Good evening and welcome to the Moran Construction Game of the Week right here on 1455media.com. I'm Ron Cook along with Kerry Patrick. We are in Parkersburg, West Virginia at Stadium Field for tonight's matchup between the visiting Webster County Highlanders and the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders. We've got two teams, Kerry, that like to run the ball, and it's a perfect night to run the ball.
Well, after all this rain we've had earlier in the day, the winds have kicked up. We're getting up to 50-mile-an-hour winds, and we saw during practice, some passing going on, but I don't think we're going to see much of that throughout the game.
Yeah, it's not really a good night to pass. The wind's blowing. It seems like 50 miles an hour. I think they said it's around 30 with gusts to 40, but really not a good night to pass the ball. Of course, got a good field to play on. As much rain as we had yesterday and today, they've got a good field to play on tonight, so we won't have to worry about the mud and the wet surface. But, you look at visiting Webster County, they have really got a good offense.
They got three speedsters in the backfield. Any one of them, has the speed to break it open. Defensively is where they're hurting.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about that earlier tonight, but and from what I gather, it's a lot of deception. And if the one team that I kind of put in my mind when I think of that is like a South Harrison, maybe not so much duplicate of South Harrison, but they like the deception part of it. And they're looking at a 3-5 season.
Let's take a break in the pregame, and this is the Parkersburg Catholic High School band perform the national anthem. Great job by the Crusader band. Kerry, going back to Webster County, you talked about their offense, and they run kind of a single wing. They'll have a couple of guys that will take the snaps, Caden Wright and Reese Nutter, deception. But their defense, they scored 33 points a game, which is good. Their defense has really been their Achilles heel this year.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, and I think that 6 of their last 8 games they've given up over 40 points, and it's 47 points for the season they're giving up. So that's something Catholic can take advantage because they've scored points this year. Granted, they had struggled a little bit with Williamstown last week, moving past that 17-14 third quarter lead. But Catholic fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
5-4, they're number 17 currently, and this is their final game of the regular season. So,
and this is a must-win if they want to get in the playoffs. They've got to win this game. They've got some good wins on their schedule this year. They need to have this one tonight, though. And we're going to see a whole lot of Jeb boys running the football. Their defense, we had them earlier against Gilmer. Defense played well, but Jeb Boyce is really going to have a good game and keep the ball away from that Webster County offense.
Well, Jeb, I wonder if there's extra motivation because he had an injury against Webster County in that state championship basketball game last season in Charleston. And I'm sure a little bit weighs on the mind because it's against Webster County, and here we are again.
Yeah.
Some of the same players.
Webster County won the toss, and they will elect to receive the football, get that offense ready to go.
Yeah, you mentioned quality wins.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week live from Stadium Field in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Bruni takes care of the kickoff for Parkersburg Catholic. It's taken in by Dawson Tharp. He brings it up the middle and out to the 44-yard line, and that's where the Highlanders will start their first possession. Tonight's live stream is produced by 1455 Media. 1455 is a full-service multimedia firm bringing big city production and small-town customer service to the Mid-Ohio Valley. Video works, and when it's produced by 1455 Media, it works even better. Go to 1455media.com to learn more. That's the word 14, the number's 55, media.com. Handoff goes up the middle, and nothing there. It's going to be a loss on the play.
Caden with the direct snap. Met right on the line. It looked like Smitley may have had a hand, or even Bruni.
Smitley, a big kid, 6'6".
You'll see a couple.
335. That's big for single A.
Yeah.
That's big for anywhere.
Well, he actually played at Frontier, and that's a game that Catholic won earlier this year.
Setting up the screen, and Reese Nutter throws it over his intended receiver, Caden Wright. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 now for the Highlanders.
Yeah, these kids that play the front line for Parkersburg Catholic have been together since their sophomore year. I mean, it's basically stayed intact on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Parkersburg Catholic, not a big roster, but they've got a lot of seniors on this team, and they're going to need some help for next year just to be able to field a team. 3rd down and 11. Wright bobbles the snap, or that's Nutter, and he's going to go down in the backfield. Bruni along with, see who the other player is for Parkersburg Catholic. Watch her on the replay. Still can't catch the number.
He doesn't want to take credit.
I believe it was Eli Gardner, number 3. That's who we'll give credit for
Okay.
it, along with Bruni in the backfield. Big loss on the play. 4th and 19, punting situation for the Highlanders, and they're going to be punting into a crosswind. Snap is over the head of the punter. It's back into the end zone. He's going to kick it out of the end zone. They'll throw a penalty flag on that, but he doesn't care as long as he gets the ball out of the end zone. And the punter was Connor Bell, and he just didn't have a chance. The ball was
that ball
way
just
over
sailed
his head.
over his head. Exactly.
So it'll be a safety for sure. And then because he kicked the ball out of bounds.
Now, I wonder if they're discussing whether the ball stays right there at the 3 or?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Got to brush up on my penalties.
It looked like he was at the goal line. I couldn't tell from this angle if he was in the end zone or not. When he kicked, he was close.
Well, at any rate, Catholic's in good shape right off the bat here.
I don't know what the discussion is with the officials right now. There's the head official looking to the sideline. He's got 2 officials talking to Coach Benniger for the Crusaders.
And I think Benniger is trying to persuade the ref maybe for a safety and then get the ball, perhaps.
Well, the safety, they'll kick from the 20-yard
Right.
line, correct?
Correct.
Punt it, or you can kick off either way. And the bad thing about it is they're going to be kicking into that wind again, so Parkersburg Catholic looks to get good field position. Now, is there going to be a penalty they mark off for that?
Right. Yeah, Benniger's not 100% sure on this call.
No, and I'm not sure. So I'm of no help. This should be, if it's a penalty they got to take during that play, they're going to decline it and take the safety. All right, here we go. Finally. Okay, so they're going to replay fourth down, so the safety
Okay.
doesn't count, so he was in the field of play when he kicked the ball.
Mm-hmm. Save the team 2 points, or Catholic 2.
So we're right about between the 40 and 35-yard line opposite the end zone that they're in. So he was in the field of play, obviously, when he
Must
kicked
date
the
back
ball.
to rugby or something there.
I don't know.
Ron.
So they're going to have to punt it again. Now, if they punt it over the head of the punter and he goes out of the end zone, then it is going to be a safety. Let's watch on the replay and see if we can see where he kicked the ball. Yeah,
About
he was
the 1 yard line.
It was about the one. That's good job on camera work there. They get the snap off and a short punt, and it's going to be hit a Highlander at about the 19-yard line. So the Parkersburg Catholic offense will take over, and excellent field position in the red zone. That doesn't happen very often when you take over after a punt in the red zone. They're going to say it was down at the 15-yard line. It was first touched and then kept rolling back. So it was where the ball was stopped, and they're saying the 15.
Now this is where we're going to see a lot of versatility out of Jeb, and he has all kinds of options once he takes the snap.
Xavier Colley
will take the snap first.
Colley is the quarterback. Looks like he's going to go under center. They'll be in that stick-eye formation. Jeb Boyce will be the tailback. And Boyce will get the carry over the right side, trying to get the corner. He does. Stays on his feet, inbounds, reaches for the end zone. Touchdown, Parkersburg Catholic. 15-yard run by the senior tailback, Jeb Boyce. And Parkersburg Catholic has 6 on the board.
He came in here with 18 touchdowns, make that number 19, and over 1,300 yards rushing.
Just a good job getting around that corner. Didn't look like he had the angle.
Just reaches that football over the
speed to get around the corner. They will go for 2 out of the T formation. Collier back to pass, looks for the tight end, and it is a 2-point conversion for Parkersburg Catholic. They go up 8-0 as he hit Boyce, who had slipped into the end zone right across the goal line. And the Crusaders are up over the Highlanders 8-0, early 10:16 to go in the first quarter. And here comes the rain. I told you it was coming, Kerry. Dr. Dexter from the Marietta Health and Wellness Center would like you to wish his son Clay and the rest of the Crusaders good luck tonight. Marietta Health and Wellness is the chiropractic specialist for the Marietta Pioneers. They provide chiropractic care as well as physical and massage therapies to Marietta College community. With a convenient location, half a block from campus, and same-day appointments available, Marietta Health and Wellness has your back.
Ron, just as you described, you can see that rain blowing left crosswind.
Yeah.
In that screenshot there.
So that shows you the strength of the wind that Webster County is going to be kicking into here in the first quarter. Parkersburg Catholic will have it to their back. Jalen Brony will do the kicking for the Crusaders.
I was impressed how Catholic's defense responded right off the bat, though, to set up that red zone offense.
Little pooch kick is taken in by Carter Wayne at the 48-yard line, so that's going to be good starting field position for Webster County. See if they can have a little bit more success. We played up their offense so well, and they went 3 and out, and they lost yards on their first possession.
Good scout work on the coaching staff for Catholic.
Reese Nutters, their main ball carrier on the year, has 128 carries for 1,154 yards on the season. Caden Wright will keep it, goes right up the middle, has a nice hole to run through, and he'll pick up 4 yards on that carry. Caden Wright, senior, 5'10", 203 pounds. Good look at number 1 right there. Watch on the replay, just simple. Take the ball and straight up the middle behind your center. Had a nice hole to run through.
Braden Ayers with the tackle there, kind of falling backwards.
where they spotted the ball. He's got actually picked up 5 yards on that carry. Be second down and 5. Going to be inside handoff on the misdirection. Smitley had a hold of the ball carrier and spun him around. That was Dawson Tharp on the misdirection. He'll pick up a yard on the play, but
I don't know if his head turned a little bit as he's going down.
We'll watch here on the replay, and he didn't have a hold of the head. He had just like the side of his helmet.
Yeah.
Third and 4. Handoff will go to Nutters. He tries to go to the outside, gets the corner up the sideline, and it's a foot race to the end zone, and Reese Nutters is going to get that into the end zone and touchdown for Webster County.
I saw a host of Crusaders come towards us where the play went away from us.
Yeah, and that's just the deception in that offense. It's hard to pick up behind that offensive line who has the ball. Watch here on the replay. And good blocking, and once Reese Nutter got that corner, boy, he was down the sideline in a hurry. 8:49 to go in the first quarter, and both teams have put it in the end zone. Webster County will go for 2 here, following suit from Parkersburg Catholic. Caden Wright keeps it up the middle, and he is stopped. Does not get in the end zone. That will keep the score at 8-6. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead over Webster County. Watch here on that touchdown run again by Reese Nutter. And you can see the speed he uses to get around the corner. Nutter, not a big kid, 5'7", 155 pounds, but he does have the speed when he gets out in the open. You saw it right there. This game of the week is brought to you by Moran Construction. Moran Construction in Ramjack of West Virginia. Your local foundation repair experts. Give them a call at 740-444-4773 or visit ramjack.com.
You mentioned the speed of these kids in the backfield. All 3 of them are off some state-winning sprint relay teams from last year.
Yeah.
So just to give you an idea.
And as you were mentioning, we were talking before the game, these are the same 2 teams from the single-A basketball state championship from last year, which Webster County came from behind in the second half and pulled out the win for the state championship last year against the Crusaders.
Boyce and Colley, 2 leftovers from that team.
Going to have trouble keeping that ball on the tee if you try to stand it straight up.
Yeah, you have to hold it, huh?
May have to get somebody up there to hold it. Yeah. Adam Baca will do the kicking for the Highlanders. And it's going to be a squib kick. And that's recovered and returned back to midfield by Eli Gardner. Good heads-up play by Gardner.
Yeah, because it took a nice hop over that front line of Parkersburg Catholic to keep the ball alive, and you never know where that ball is going to bounce once it gets past that point.
Well, you know, it was miserable enough out there. The temperature has dropped so fast, and that wind blowing, it was cold. Now you got that rain on top of it. Catholics will stay in that stick-eye formation. Handoff goes to Jalen Bruni as he lowers his head and just powers it up the middle, still on his feet down to the 45-yard line into the Highlanders into the field. And that's going to be a gain of 6 for Bruni. Watch on this replay. You can see just tough running by Bruni, just lowering his head, keeping those legs pumping, picks up 6 yards.
Carrying about 5 Webster County players with him.
Colley under center. Handoff will go to Boyce over the right side, has some blocking out in front of him, and nice open field tackle. I believe that was Caden Wright who fought off the block and then went low and brought Boyce down a yard short of the first down marker. But it looked like Boyce was going to have the first down and more. That block was out there ahead of him, but a good job by Wright to fight that block off and make the tackle both. 3rd down and 1 for the Crusaders. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Colley will give it to Bruni. He lowers his head again, and he gets close to the 40-yard line. He needed to get the 41. They're going to call it about the 40.5 forward progress, and that should be enough for a first down.
Hey, if you see where Boyce is lining up, he's having to make up 7 yards before he even gets to the line of scrimmage on each of his carries. So,
well, you know, a lot of tailbacks like that. They like to be back there where they can see things develop. They can see the hole open up, see where the linebackers are moving.
And he's got a couple guys in front of him, including Bruni.
That was enough for a first down. Out of the shotgun, Boyce will take the direct snap, goes up the middle, makes a couple of nice moves. Now he's popping to the outside, picks up a block from Colley, and up the sideline to the 12-yard line. A nice run by Jeb Boyce.
North and south and east and west on that run. That was an impressive run.
They went to the Wildcat on that after staying in the stick-eye formation. We can just see the quickness that Boyce has, finding the hole, seeing the opening. Right there's the block that Colley picked up for him. And then Dawson Tharp finally runs him out of bounds, but not until after they pick up a first down.
It had to be a good
17-yard line, not the 12.
Yeah, that had to be a good 10, 15 extra yards because of Colley's block.
Offset T formation now. Boyce will get it over the right side, gets the corner, cuts back to the inside. Got a flag thrown in on the play. Boyce picked up 5 yards on the carry, and we'll have to wait and see what the call is from the official. That's usually where you see a holding call.
And it is.
So that will move the Crusaders back 10 yards. 10-yard spot of the foul. That'll move it back to the
24.
Yeah, 24-yard line. So it's going to be first down and about 17. Colley comes from the sideline with the play. They will go out of the shotgun. Boyce in the Wildcat. Boyce back to pass. Looks to the sideline, wide open receiver to Lang, and that's going to be a touchdown in the end zone. And yes, throw a flag on that. That was a late hit, 3 or 4 yards into the end zone. Ethan Lang with the touchdown, and he is slow getting up. He was hit hard. Nice pass from Jeb Boyce to Ethan Lang. Touchdown for the Crusaders, 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Lang is up. Watch on the replay right here, Kerry. You get hit like this, it takes your breath out of your lungs.
And we'll have to see where he fell. He took it from first.
Yeah, that was
the Webster County player, and then fell on his back, and
Tharp.
That's double jeopardy.
Dawson Tharp came over and hit him late.
Yeah, he's a little uneasy coming off the field. We may see a few plays off for Ethan Lang, just for precautionary perhaps.
So the personal foul will be assessed on the kickoff, so the Crusaders will be kicking from the Webster County 45-yard line when they get set. Now they will try the 2-point conversion. Colley under center, rolls out to his right, and has an open receiver, and the 2-point conversion is good. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead, 16-6 over the Webster County Highlanders. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455media.com.
Anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
Welcome back to Stadium Field. Parkersburg Catholic with their second touchdown of the night. And
now you know why 40-some points is the
Yes.
average for
yes,
Webster County defense.
the Webster County defense is a little porous and puts a lot of strain on that offense trying to keep up. Yeah, there's been 3 games this year they've given up more than 60 points. They gave up 70 to Tyler Consolidated. They lost to Tyler Consolidated 31-70. Lost to Ritchie County 34-62, and they lost to Tygarts Valley 65-28. Bruni will kick off from the 45-yard line after the personal foul. Bruni will kick it deep, and with the wind behind him, goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line for the Highlanders.
As we mentioned, 11 seniors recognized before the start of the game for the football team, so that'll leave what? I think they said 9 on the roster for next year.
And they're going to be relying on some junior high players coming up. They don't know how many they're going to have, but yeah, they're going to have trouble fielding a team next year. Webster County set to go on their third offensive possession. Wright hands it off to Tharp. He gets the corner and up the sideline, and it's another foot race, and he is pushed out of bounds. Boy, Tharp and Nutter, they are fast. Dawson Tharp showing you right there the speed. Once he got that corner and was up the sideline, and if not for an outstretched arm, he's got another touchdown. And there you can see the confusion that the offense will bring you.
And they had it smelled out so well in that first series.
That was Ethan Lang who finally got to him. Good to see him back in the ball
Right.
game. Took one play off and back in. Ball at the 31-yard line. Wright back to pass. He's going to lob it out into the flat for Nutter. And you can see the effect the wind had on the ball right there. Nutter had to slide down to take it in, but it's going to be a pickup of 6 on a first down play.
Not the most graceful of throws by the
No.
quarterback, but it worked.
Well, and see, Kerry, that's the thing. When you look at Webster County's roster, they do not have a quarterback listed on their roster. Everybody's a running back. So they're letting you know right out that and I remember we did James Monroe several years back at the Super 6 championship game. Same way. They didn't have a quarterback on their roster. They ended up losing to Bluefield. Nutter around the right side, picks and weaves his way through down into the red zone to the 17-yard line, and that'll be another first down for the Highlanders.
Now anything straight at you, you're worrying about all the other stuff going on back there as far as zigzagging, guys going different ways. So even the most straight away, up the middle plays are confusing Catholic.
Gardner and Newen come in with the tackle for the Crusaders. Tharp in motion. Wright will keep it, turns right around, goes up the middle and down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 7 for Dawson Tharp.
And there was a player right at the line for Catholic that had a chance. There you go, Nguyen.
Stephen Newen. Yeah, you can just see the confusion it brings you. He's got his back to the line of scrimmage. You don't know where the ball's going. Turns around and he's got it, and he's by you like that. Whistle on the field, and Webster County takes a timeout with 5:07 to go in the first quarter. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead 16-6 over the Highlanders. They've got a 2nd down and 3 coming up after the timeout.
I'm not even going to bother with the offensive stats tonight there, Ron. It's a lost cause.
You are going to be busy if you try to keep up with those. October is Credit Union Month, and West Virginia Central Federal Credit Union invites you to open your eyes to a credit union Join West Virginia Central today at wvccu.org or by calling or texting us at 304-485-4523. I've been a member at West Virginia Central Credit Union for about 35 years now, and there is no better place to get a loan, to do your banking. I go nowhere else. Second down and 3. Nutter back to take the snap instead of Wright. It was a direct snap to Wright. Still on his feet, fighting forward down to the 1-yard line. So they moved Caden Wright off to the right side of the formation. Looked like Nutter take the snap, and the center put it right in the belly of Caden Wright, and he takes it down to the 1-yard line.
How do you prepare for something like this, when you've not seen anything like this for 9 games?
Yeah, I can't even imagine. This is a reason why they score, 33 points a game. That offense works if they could just get a defense to match it. Caden Wright takes it right up the middle, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Highlanders. 1-yard touchdown run by senior Caden Wright. 16-12. They'll go for 2 here, see if they can cut the lead to 2. Watch on the replay. Pretty simple play. See, Wright goes over.
Such a clearing, too, for him. I mean, it wasn't one of those stacked up at the line.
Yeah. Goes right over Stephen Garvin for the touchdown.
You think they even have a place kicker listed on their roster?
Yes, they have a kicker, Adam Baca. But
okay.
Flare pass out to Nutter. Nutter, right, hit him in a bad place right between the 1 and 1. He drops it, can't hold on to it. The Crusaders will hold on to a 4-point lead, 4:42 to go in the first quarter. And Caden Wright can't ask for a better shot than that. Put it right into the hands of Reese Nutter. Nutter couldn't hang on to it. Penn Station is a proud supporter of Parkersburg Catholic Athletics. Would like to congratulate all seniors on their successful high school careers and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Penn Station, located at 605 Grand Central Avenue, is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. So if it's a quick lunch, dinner with family, or catering for the office, Penn Station has you covered. And we'd like to thank Penn Station. They fixed us up with some subs tonight. You had a couple of them. How were they?
Well, my wife doesn't have to cook for me tonight.
They were pretty good. They were pretty good. We had Italian, we had turkey, we had ham.
All that good stuff.
They were pretty good. So thank you to Penn Station for feeding the crew here at 1455 Media tonight.
Yeah, if our cameras ever get a look at the cheerleaders along the sidelines wearing the ponchos, every now and then the wind kicks up and those ponchos are just flapping in the wind.
Yeah, and they've all got costumes on for Halloween.
That's the Webster County side, correct.
Kick goes deep. Baca kicks it deep, and it goes to the 14-yard line, picked up there. Jeb Boyce picks it up and run out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Parkersburg Catholic caught off guard there, expecting a squib kick. And Adam Baca, the junior kicker, goes deep with it. The Crusaders will start at their 34-yard line with a 4-point lead. And what we thought would be a fast-moving ball game is really, they're scoring so many points. We haven't had much passing. More passing than I expected, though.
And some of it's worked.
Yes, it has. A couple of 2-point conversions for a first down, and then had a pass from Jeb Boyce for a touchdown. Boyce out of the Wildcat, stays on his feet. He'll pick up a first down to the 45-yard line. Reese Nutter brought him down. Boy, if Boyce would have been able to get to the sideline, he would have had a lot more than that.
Well, he almost looked like he was going to lose his balance right here, but stays on his feet. And like you said, one guy to beat.
Yeah. And Reese Nutter does a good job wrapping him up and bringing him down. And, we talk about the three guys, Tharp, Nutter, and Wright on offense, they're who they run their offense through. You look at the defensive stats, those are their 3 top tacklers on the team. The same 3 guys.
A lot of chasing, huh?
Bruni with a carry over the right side. And he'll pick up 9 yards on that first down carry. He went right behind Erlewine and Stoffel. Nice carry by Bruni, the senior fullback, 6'2", 210 pounds. Xavier Cawley comes to the sideline, gets the play.
Speaking of basketball, when he's in the post, he's not a 6'4", 6'5", but boy, he takes up a lot of space in the paint.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the weight to move it around. Makes up for the loss of height.
Yeah.
Boyce hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Caden Wright wraps him up and brings him down. So 2nd and 1, it's going to be a loss of about a half yard and bring up a 3rd down for the Crusaders. That's something we haven't seen very much of tonight. Jeb Boyce getting tackled for a loss.
Well, I wouldn't get too fancy here. Just give it straight ahead to Bruni and pick up that yard and a half or so.
Stick eye formation. Bruni gets the handoff behind right guard, and he'll have the 1st down and more to the 35-yard line.
He didn't listen to me. He only needed a yard and a half. Big run there, 12 yards.
Jalen Bruni running hard. When he hits the line in a hurry, he doesn't wait to see what's open or where things are moving. It's head down, and
we talked about how the offensive line has been together since their sophomore year. Bruni was a part of that offensive line as a sophomore, but this year has moved to the backfield with the graduation of Ty Sturm.
Yeah, and I like the move. He does a good job at fullback, blocking or running the ball, whichever thing you want him to do. And we've got a stoppage of play. Crusaders hurried up to get to the line. The play clock was not reset. There was a sideline warning. It should have been reset after and it was reset. And before the referee could wind the clock, 4 seconds had already run off of it. Whoever's running the play clock's got an itchy finger. Cawley with a handoff to Boyce over to the left side. Big hole to run through. He's up the sideline. Nutter has the angle and runs him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Boy, it looked like Boyce may be able to get there, but Reese Nutter showing you the speed, cutting him off before he get in the end zone.
There's a 5'7" guy trying his best to imitate a tackler downfield, and he just did a shake and bake on him and got down to the corner there.
Nice hole created by the left side of that offensive line. Give Boyce the running room. Got a stoppage of play. Nutter's coming off the field. The officials saw something. They needed to send him off the field. So
maybe a helmet issue, perhaps. He took it off. And
yeah, they'll have to send somebody in or call a timeout, one or the other. They've got 2 timeouts left. They choose to send in a substitute player.
Still can't get over we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah.
It feels like we've changed sides already.
Cody Cutlip comes in for Nutter. Cawley is going to keep it, gets to the goal line and gets in. Xavier Cawley scores a touchdown for the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders as they extend their lead 22-12.
Smart decision on his part not to, if you don't get it here, you still got 3 more downs.
He's lucky to get in the end zone. He kind of braced for contact right when he got to the goal line, but was close enough to get the ball into the end zone. I don't know, Kerry, if that was a design play or a broken play, but either way, Xavier Cawley made it work.
Yeah, he had Boyce in the end zone, but I don't know if he wanted to throw a pick or, do something silly.
Boyce will get the ball and all kinds of running room over the left side. 24-12. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead over Webster County. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455media.com.
Hi, I'm Davian Sims. You remember me. My dad's a lawyer. He helps victims of medical malpractice.
Yes, and for 30 years, I've been helping victims of medical malpractice. Let my 30 years of experience help you with your medical malpractice case.
Let my dad help you.
Call 304-428-5291 to contact the law offices of David A. Sims.
Welcome back to Stadium Field on a cool autumn night. Very windy. Rain, fortunately, hasn't come into play too much. It's we've had about a 5-minute period of rain, and other than that,
just had that one high snap over the punter's head.
Yeah.
And that's about the only issue we've come upon.
Bruni Squibb kicks it, and it's still on the ground.
We got a Catholic ball, I believe.
Jeb Boyce is in there trying to get the ball, and he comes out of the pile with the ball, and they say Crusader football. You can see it, and it was never wrapped up by Isaiah Mathis completely as he went down to the ground to get it, and Jeb Boyce came in and fought underneath that pile and comes out with the ball.
Yeah, the ball just squirted it just enough right here.
Yeah, it was Mathis wasn't able to bring it in. It was down by his hip, and Boyce was right there to take it away. First down for the Crusaders. Hand off to Boyce up the middle and wrapped up and taken down. Nice play by the Highlander defense. It was Connor Bell, sophomore defensive tackle, wrapping Boyce up and bringing him down after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Catholic could have used some of these points against Williamstown last week.
Yeah, yes they could
Just
have.
a few.
Yeah, Parkersburg Catholic is on a 2-game losing skid right now, which has really put them in behind the 8 ball trying to get into the playoffs. Handoff goes to Bruni. Ball's on the ground, still loose. And it looks like Webster County has the ball. Wait for the official call. And it is Highlander football. So one turnover goes right back to another. Watch here on the replay.
Oh, it
just never got into the belly. Jalen Bruni never got 2 hands wrapped around that ball. Couldn't see who recovered that ball for Webster County. .58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Right. Takes the snap, hands it off, and then it's pitched out to Nutter. And that's another one of those plays that is hard to follow.
I'm kind of looking for the way the Catholic defense responds, but
you can see right
that'll
there.
get you in trouble. Double handoff, yeah.
I watched some game film for Webster County, and on that play, what they do is they hand it off to the wingback, Mathis. Mathis turns around and pitches it to Nutter, who was sweeping around the left-hand side of the formation. Right, back to pass, going deep, has a receiver, and they're going to say no interference. It looked like they got tangled up. He was looking to go to Ratliff downfield. He was open. Watch here on the replay, see if we have some interference. It looked like there was some.
Yeah, Ratliff never really knew.
The ball.
Yeah, he was looking for the ball, and
no, that's a good call. That's a good call. No call, because it looked just by a naked eye. It looked like an arm was stuck out, which hindered him Ratliff to get in the ball. But
incidental arm lock. Or?
Yeah, Strickler. I don't even know if he touched him. If he did, it was just a brush. It really didn't keep him from getting to the ball. I think just being underthrown was the main problem. Swing pass out to Nutter. He gets up the sideline and run out of bounds. Boy, when he went to make that cut, stuck his foot in the ground, he stepped out of bounds. He would have had a first down, but
ref's right
just
on top
stepped out of bounds.
Call,
yeah. I like this play. It's just an easy pass to get him right there when he sticks his leg in the ground to cut back inside. But I like that gets the ball quickly to Nutter on the outside where he can use that speed. 4th down and 1, and Webster County will go for it. Clock is stopped. 4.8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Didn't think we'd see a 4th down tonight.
Caden Wright keeps it. He'll have a first down. And that is the end of the first quarter. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead, 24-12 over the Webster County Highlanders. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455media.com.
anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455 Sports. Brought to you in part by Westbanco. By all accounts, better. Visit them today at westbanco.com. Marietta College, bring forth a pioneer. Visit marietta.edu. And by the law offices of David A. Sims. Contact them at mywvlawyer.com.
Welcome back to Stadium Field. It's a first down for the Webster County Highlanders.
Somebody must have given the Webster County cheerleaders some blankets because they're all wrapped up tonight.
The rain has come back again. It's not that heavy, but it's raining nonetheless, and there's a fumble on the handoff. Mix up an exchange between Wright and Nutter.
We do have a flag down near the 47.
Illegal procedure. I would decline that penalty and take the loss on the play and the down.
And that's what they're going to do.
Legal formation on White, 5 in the backfield. The penalty's declined. Second down.
So after a loss on the fumbled handoff, it'll be second down and 13. Caden Wright back to pass. He's looking deep with the wind behind him. He has a wide open receiver. That was Dawson Tharp, and it falls incomplete. So he's got to change now. He's got to go from throwing it as hard as he can to get it out there to taking a little bit off with the wind behind him.
Yeah, he gets to let the air take it for him. Boy, did he have the defenders beat.
Yes, he did. Dawson Tharp was a good 5 yards behind any Parkersburg Catholic defender.
Well, Catholic's been playing all 11 within, the front 7 yard away from the ball.
Well, that's where the pass when you want to comes into effect. You get them back in the box like that. You've been running the ball effectively. Third down and 13 now for the Highlanders. Nutter over the right side has some blocking out in front. Nice tackle by Parkersburg Catholic. I believe that was Jalen Bruni who came up and wrapped him up after a gain of 2. It looked like Nutter had some running room, and Jalen Bruni came out of nowhere to take him down.
Just did enough to trip him up and hold him to fourth down.
You know, this reminds me of the old the Nitro team back when back in the 90s when they had, I can't remember his name. He was a catcher and then played at WU. They didn't punt the ball on fourth down. And there was a pass, hit Tharp right in the hands, bounces off his shoulder pads, incomplete. They were setting up the screen in the middle of the field, and that's 2 drop passes now. One was on a 2-point conversion, and one was right there on an important 4th and 14 play.
As good as a turnover,
yep.
Basically.
Yeah. And you can see it went right through Tharp's hands. And, it's surprising to see with all the advantages today that you have with the gloves. Tharp, Nutter, and Wright, the 3 guys that mainly handle the ball, none of them wear those gloves.
Well, you don't know who's going to be throwing it, and I bet it's a little tough to throw.
Boyce getting strung out to the outside, and
there.
Reese Nutter makes a nice tackle. It's going to be a loss on the play. Loss of 2, second down and 12 coming up for the Crusaders.
Now, Webster County did have last week off, so did they come down to see that Williamstown Catholic game or not? Well, good question to ask the coach.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard with the speed that they've got between Nutter, Tharp, and Wright. It's hard to get to the outside. Wright has the middle of the field cover, and then you got Nutter on one side, Tharp's the free safety. Wildcat, Boyce right up the middle of the field. And he'll pick up almost 10 yards on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Parkersburg Catholic. And I think this is probably the best way Boyce is going to be effective, is try to beat that speed to the outside. Just let those linemen open up those holes and power it right through the middle with Boyce and Bruni. 3rd down and 2 for the Crusaders. Handoff goes to Bruni. He'll have a 1st down. Still on his feet, moving the pile forward down to the 27-yard line, and Jalen Bruni running hard, picking up the 1st down.
Coming right into your living room. And again, 4 or 5 guys carrying with him.
Yeah. Got him wrapped up and just can't bring him down. See the rain starting to blow in again. I think we may have to deal with this off and on all night long, along with the dropping temperatures. Let's just hope it doesn't turn to snow before we're done. Hand off to Boyce up the middle. And another nice 1st down run by Boyce. He'll pick up 7 yards down to the 20-yard line. Took a hard hit right there at the 20 to stop him. That was Tharp went low. And then he was hit high by, I believe that was right. I couldn't pick up the number.
You know, we talk about the conditions and holding on to the ball. Well, Stephen Garvin probably hasn't been given enough credit at center.
Yeah.
Doing what he's doing with the Wildcat and handing it off to Cauley there at quarterback.
Offset T formation. Boyce gets it over the right tackle. He'll have a 1st down to the 13-yard line. And Parkersburg Catholic picking up chunks of yardage on the ground, moving it downfield. In the red zone, they'll have a 1st down at the 13-yard line.
It has to be frustrating when you know Boyce is getting the ball, but you can't do a thing about it.
Yeah. And you're really relying on, your defensive linemen to fill that gap, or at least control their offensive linemen. Across from your linebackers can fill the gap, but the offensive line has really done a good job tonight for Parkersburg Catholic. Bruni with a handoff runs into a pile down to the 10-yard line. So that's what you want your offense to do right there. They must have heard me. Or your defense. You want your defense to stack that offensive line up, let your linebackers get in and fill the gaps, and just creates a big pile right there. 2nd down and 7. Clock is stopped at 7:21. Now it's finally moving again. Boyce gets the handoff over the right side.
Oh,
we've got a flag thrown in. He pops to the outside and thrown down just short. And there's going to be a flag coming. It looked like he got face mask right at the end, so we may have offsetting penalties. Looks like we're going to have a hold. The first flag that was thrown. Second flag will be a face mask, and the offsetting penalties will do it all over again. I believe it was Mason Tharp that came over and got his face mask.
Yep, you're exactly right there, Ron.
The official having trouble with his mic, but sign language, we can read that. So we'll do it all again. 2nd down and 7. 7 minutes to go in the first half.
36 points in the first quarter, and we're halfway through the second. We have 0.
Yeah.
How's that happen?
I don't know. But it's happening. Parkersburg Catholic is threatening, though, here deep into Highlanders into the field. Pitch goes to Boyce. Able to stay in bounds. I don't know how he stayed in bounds, and he got down to the 1-foot line, could not get it in the end zone. It looked like 2 or 3 times he was going to step out of bounds and was able to keep his feet in bounds, got down to the 1-foot line, couldn't get it in the end zone.
I don't even think the ref really could pin down where the ball went, whether it crossed the goal line or not, because he was behind the play.
He was right on top of that. He saw neither one of those feet went out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-foot line for Parkersburg Catholic. Handoff goes to Boyce. He cruises in the end zone. Touchdown, Parkersburg Catholic. 6:23 to go, 6:22 to go in the first half. 30-12 is the lead, and you can see just get behind the right side of that line and right into the end zone, no problem for the senior tailback. And now they line up to go for the 2-point conversion. Stay with that stick eye formation. Colley under center. Hand off right up the middle and into the end zone, no problem. 32-12 is the lead for the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders over the Webster County Highlanders. 6:22 to go in the first half. This game of the week is brought to you by Moran Construction. Moran Construction and Ramjack of West Virginia, your local foundation repair experts. Give them a call at 740-444-4773 or visit ramjack.com.
That was a 4.5-minute drive, 45 yards, all because of the conversion on 4th down.
Yes, the drop pass on 4th down. There was a good look at some of the brave people. And give Webster County some credit. They probably got about a third of the crowd here tonight. They have made that long drive over from. They're not in Webster Springs. Where are they?
I'm a newbie to West Virginia. You got to keep that in mind.
You would think it'd be in Webster Springs, but it's not. I cannot remember where their high school.
Somebody
is
told me
located.
you can't get there from here, right?
Well, not directly. Not unless you're flying. Not unless you're in a helicopter.
All right.
Yeah, you got to go from a road to that road in order to get there. But, yeah, there are some brave people. You know, if this was April, this would feel like spring weather. But since it's in October, it's like we're all going to freeze to death. There's a squib kick still on the ground. It's going to be covered up by Connor Bell, number 64, for the Highlanders. And the ball will be spotted at the 41-yard line. And the Highlanders are in desperate need of a touchdown. They can't afford to fall behind by too much.
It's almost like run and gun basketball. You know, Webster County tries to outscore you, I believe.
Yeah.
But once they stop scoring, that's where they get in trouble.
Right. And Nutter in the backfield. Nutter will get it, and there's a mix-up in the handoff. Nutter took the handoff, was trying to give it back to Wright. Ball fell on the ground, and it was covered up by Reese Nutter.
Colley just about man on the spot right there for Catholic.
And a loss on the play of almost 5. Be 2nd down and 15 for the Highlanders. They'll split out 2 receivers to the right side of the formation. Nutter will take the ball, gets behind Wright, and he'll pick up about 3 yards on that carry.
That was Bruni again, dragging from behind.
Watch here on the replay. Good job by Bruni. Defensive end, turns the play back inside, and then makes the tackle. And that's one thing Parkersburg Catholic cannot afford to do, as we've seen. Let those guys, Tharp and Nutter and Wright, get to the outside. Webster County takes the timeout. We'll take one as well. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week.
JW Potts Insurance, saving you money is the easy part of our job. Exceeding your expectations is why we wake up each day. Whether receiving touchdowns, kicking extra points and field goals, blasting someone on a tackle, or a pick six. No matter which team you root for, at JW Potts, you can be part of the winning team. Once a Big Red, always a Big Red.
Big Reds, does JW Potts Insurance have the best price and service? Oh, oh, oh.
Welcome back to the 1455 Sports Game of the Week, brought to you by Moran Construction. I'm Ron Cook along with Kerry Patrick. 3rd down and 12 for the Webster County Highlanders. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Nutter takes a direct snap and pass. You can see it was right in front of us. He threw
You knew
it.
what you wanted to say, but you couldn't say
Yeah, he threw it, and the ball blew forward about 2 yards.
The ball did exactly what you said it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold up here, but it's not that cold. Yeah, we watched them when they were warming up, and that wind's blowing so hard, it's hard to judge where it's going to go when you let go of it. High snap taken in, and the punt is blocked by Colley. Colley picks it up,
He's got a lead
and he's
block.
got some blocks upfield. And he's into the end zone. Xavier Colley with the block, recovery, and touchdown for the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders.
Looks like Joe Stoffel may have had one of those lead blocks on that punter, who was the only savior for Webster County.
Connor Bell took in the high snap, and you can see Colley just came in. I don't think anybody laid a hand on him. Blocked the ball. It went off to the right about 10 yards.
Bruni with the block.
And he goes into the end zone. Nice blocking upfield. And Parkersburg Catholic now up 38-12, 4:54 to go in the first half. And they will go for 2 again. And the Webster County offense is just got their hands full with this Parkersburg Catholic defense. Pass out to Boyce, and he drops it. Colley just laid it out into his hand, and he couldn't come up with it. 38-12 is the score. Parkersburg Catholic over Webster County. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455media.com.
Marietta College is the perfect place for someone who has multiple goals or really big dreams. I knew that I wanted to be in the PA program. I have been given opportunities that really help you grow and help you build your resume. I was fortunate enough to get in. They had 1,500 applicants this year and chose 36. All of the students here are so driven, and that really inspires me.
Welcome back on a cold, blustery October 31st. Other people know it as Halloween night. We're not trick-or-treating. That's for sure.
No one's brought us candy yet anyway.
Well, Penn Station was nice to us and brought us some good subs.
We're talking about Xavier Colley. I remember 2 years ago as a freshman, first year for Benninger, as Lance Benninger as head coach, he was thrown into the fire pretty much as starting quarterback. Of course, you had Ty Sturm as the Wildcat quarterback as well, but you know he's really grown into a couple roles.
Squib kick on the ground and taken in by Cody Cutlip at the 49-yard line, and Webster County will try it again from there. Their last couple of drives, their offense has not been very successful.
Yeah, we had a 4th down fail and a block punt.
Yeah.
But I can try and imagine trying to kick a wet football out there.
Right out of the shotgun, along with Nutter to his left. It'll be the inside handoff to Tharp. He was hit by Smitley and then wrapped up by Bruni and taken down after a short gain on the play of 2 yards.
Yeah, Smitley made the initial hit and just waiting for his teammates to complete the play.
I tell you, that's a mismatch. That's going to slow anybody up, but especially Dawson Tharp, 5'7", 167 pounds, going up against 6'6", 335. It's hard to win that battle.
And he can move for a 6'6", 355.
Ball on the ground. It was looking to go to Caden Wright, but It hit the ground. Reese Nutter did a good job of picking it up and then moving with it. And there's that wet ball coming into effect. Loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Right back to pass. Goes across the middle, has Reese Nutter, and he breaks the tackle, stays on his feet, down to the 30-yard line. Well, he just could not regain his balance to keep going. Was able to pick up about 9 more yards after the hit.
Boyce pretty much the only guy left out there to stop him from scoring 6.
And you see Boyce got him turned around, and he picked up another 9 yards, lost his balance and went down, but boy, Webster County needed that first down in the worst way. Ball at the 30. It'll be a 1st and 10. 3:39 to go in the first half. Caden Wright out of the shotgun. Draw play, hands it to Nutter. He dropped back, showed pass, tucked it in Nutter's right around him, tucked it in his belly, and Nutter goes upfield. And that was Jeb Boyce on the tackle. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, you always have to be aware of Tharp lining out there in the slot.
Zach Ratliff getting onto the field late. Right back to pass, goes up the sideline, has a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown, Webster County. Boy, what a great pass going to Dawson Tharp from Caden Wright. Wright, plenty of time to throw, and he puts this one right on the money. And a great job by Tharp. Never gave up on that ball, ran right through it past the receiver. So I think Caden Wright adjusted to the wind that time and played it to his advantage, laid that ball up and just let the wind carry it out there for the touchdown.
He has given up about 8 inches to his defender.
Yeah. Right. Looks to the end zone and goes to Tharp for the 2-point conversion. 38-20 is the score. 2:54 to go in the first half. See on the replay there, just nice easy hookup between Wright and Tharp.
We got a ball game again.
Yes, we do. It's relevant, it's informative, it's a whole lot of Eric Little. Catch the Eric Little High School Football Podcast. Subscribe on iTunes and get new episodes delivered each Wednesday. Like and interact with the show on Facebook at the Eric Little High School Football Podcast. And as we wind down the end of the season, got some important plays. Eric does play-by-play for Parkersburg South. They've got a big game coming up tomorrow night against Wheeling Park. And that's a couple of top 10 teams in AAA.
Yeah, South has held on to that 3 spot there for a couple of weeks now.
And they're going to need to do that.
Stay out of Martinsburg.
Yeah.
Stay out of their way.
Yeah, you want to get a couple of home games here. Baca's kick is taken in by Lang. He breaks it up the sideline and is run out of bounds. Nice return to the 40-yard line. Yeah, Parkersburg High has a big game here tomorrow night, too, against Huntington. Huntington had 5 kids that were on suspension that are coming back, and they'll be playing at Parkersburg High, and both teams in need of a win. The thing about it is in AAA, you've only got 28 teams.
16 go.
16 go, 12 stay home. So you may have a 4-6 team making the playoffs this year. That's not out of the picture. Huntington is 4-4 right now. Parkersburg High 5-3, and it's going to be a big game for both the Parkersburg High and Parkersburg South, and a big one tonight for Parkersburg Catholic, who has the lead as they look to make a playoff run. Boyce with the run over the left side, and not a whole lot of running room. He tried to bounce it to the outside. Tharp and Nutter were there to take him down. No gain on the play.
They've had a few of those no gainers, but
that was actually Caden Wright who takes him down.
but not enough to
Yeah.
keep 30-some points off the board.
Yes, we've got a total of 58 points in the first half between the two teams as we near the 2-minute mark. Parkersburg Catholic will get the second half kickoff, so no better way for Coach Vinegar to score a touchdown here and leave little time on the clock. Boyce gets the handoff over the right side. He'll pick up about 6 yards on that carry. It'll bring up third and 4.
Yeah, 3 timeouts left for him, so go at your own pace, I guess.
Finally wrapped up by James Williams. Cornerback came in and made the stop. Actually, he's going to have a gain of 7 after they spot the ball. 3rd down and 3 for the Crusaders. Clock continues to wind down. Wildcat. Boyce was hit in the backfield. He spun off of that, and he is going to be really close to a first down. I think he got it. He had to get to the 49, and he got just beyond the 49.
They're moving the chains.
So it'll be a first down.
See, you're 1 for 1 tonight, John. There, Ron.
I'll just leave it at that. I'll make no more
Bat 1,000.
guessing on that. Yeah, quit while I'm ahead.
They're not in any rush, actually.
No, they're not.
To get downfield.
I guess maybe have the luxury of having the ball in the getting the kickoff in the second half. Boyce will go out of the shotgun. He drops back to pass, goes to the sideline, has Ethan Lang. He goes up the sideline, foot race, and finally brought down by Caden Wright at the 17-yard line. Webster County did a good job. They had the deep routes covered, but the little out route run by Ethan Lang was not covered. And when he got it, there was nobody in front of him, and it was a foot race. Finally, Caden Wright comes and trips him up.
I think as wide open as Lang was, caught Boyce by surprise a little bit because.
Yeah, I think he turned around and expected to get hit, and instead there was nothing but a whole lot of green grass in front of him. As you mentioned, Parkersburg Catholic still has 3 times out, 45 seconds, 3 timeouts, 45 seconds to go. Boyce with a handoff right up the middle, inside the 10, on his feet, into the end zone, touchdown, Parkersburg Catholic. 17-yard touchdown run by senior tailback Jeb Boyce. And that extends the lead out to 44-20 for the Crusaders. Watch on the replay. Just good blocking upfield. You see Bruni up there getting the linebacker out of the way.
And individual talent right here.
Yeah.
And there's the 5'7" defender.
Parkersburg Catholic will go for 2, as they have all night. Handoff goes to Bruni, big hole up the middle, and the senior fullback takes it into the end zone. 46-20 is the score, 36 seconds to go in the first half. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead over Webster County. You always score big with a loan from Westbanco Bank. Personal or business, we have loans for every possible need. Auto loan, touchdown. Personal loan, touchdown. Flex line, home equity loan, touchdown. So for that big win, stop by one of our Parkersburg locations or Marietta location today. Westbanco wishes the area football teams good luck this season. Go teams! Westbanco Bank Incorporated is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
How'd you like to be a band member in these conditions?
No, I would not.
Well, you're honest.
Not at all.
You're honest.
And, there's
oh, boy.
There's a lot of places if I was sitting in the stands tonight, a lot of places I would rather be than where these people are, because not only is it cold, but it's wet. The wind's blowing. It's just, I guess what's better, 95 and humidity, or the squib kick is taken in at the 48-yard line. That was Carter Wayne recovering that for Webster County. So we'll see if Webster County can do some little magic here. 34 seconds to go.
Well, they're right at their defensive scoring average.
Yeah.
They're right on it.
Yeah.
The problem is it's the first half.
So we'll have to see if they going to go downfield with it or keep it on the ground. Caden Wright back to pass, goes across the middle and overshoots his intended receiver, Kenny Robinson Raider. Webster County does have one timeout left.
And it only takes one play with that speed we've seen.
Yeah, the speed they have, that's a possibility on the ground or by the air, either way. The official lost his hat, blew off downfield. Inside handoff to Tharp, breaks a couple of tackles, gets into Catholic's end of the field to the 47-yard line, and Webster County will use their final timeout with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Watch on the replays, just that fake the jet sweep, quick pitch inside to Tharp on that trap play, and he picks up 5 yards, but more than that, their backs up against the wall when you look at the clock. 20 seconds to go in the first half. And here comes the rain again. Sound like a Eurythmics song back from the 80s.
Sing it.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I thought you were going to go with it. Go with it. Go with it. You know, this offense of Webster County, you come in as a coach a couple years ago and you tell the kids this is what we're running.
Yeah.
What are you thinking as a kid? We're doing what?
How is this going to work? Yeah, but they really execute it well. And you can tell by, they've got 20 points in the first half. The only problem is you just don't have a defense to match. Caden Wright out of the shotgun. You're going to run the option. He'll keep it up inside. He'll have enough for a first down. The clock will stop. 14 seconds to go. It rolls down to 13. No timeouts left. They'll have to be in a hurry to get this ball off. Jeb Boyce is the safety. Caden Wright has nowhere to go with the ball. He's going to be sacked, and that will be the end of the first half. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead, 46-20 over the Webster County Highlanders. Keep it right here. You'll get to see the Parkersburg Catholic Crusader Band perform at halftime. This is the Moran Construction Game of the Week right here on 1455media.com.
Are you looking for a family doctor but hate the idea of another overbooked office? At our practice, you get to see the same doctor at every visit, either online or at your home. You get exceptional medical care that's convenient for you. Call us today at Ascent Private Practice.
Hi, I'm Davian Sims. You remember me. My dad's a lawyer. He helps victims of medical malpractice.
Yes, and for 30 years, I've been helping victims of medical malpractice. Let my 30 years of experience help you with your medical malpractice case.
Let my dad help you.
Call 304-428-5291 to contact the law offices of David A. Sims.
At J.W. Potts Insurance, saving you money is the easy part of our job. Exceeding your expectations is why we wake up each day. Whether receiving touchdowns, kicking extra points and field goals, blasting someone on a tackle, or a pick six. No matter which team you root for, at J.W. Potts, you can be part of the winning team. Once a Big Red, always a Big Red.
Big Reds, does J.W. Potts Insurance have the best price and service?
Oh.
Marietta College is the perfect place for someone who has multiple goals or really big dreams. I knew that I wanted to be in the PA program. I have been given opportunities that really help you grow and help you build your resume. I was fortunate enough to get in. They had 1,500 applicants this year and chose 36. All of the students here are so driven, and that really inspires me.
Have you you ever thought about how nice it would be to have your own private doctor? One that's available for you at any time? That's what we have to offer at Ascent Private Practice. No more waiting rooms, no random doctors. Call us. You won't be disappointed.
In the first 3 weeks here, with the home being set up and the Ohio store, or at least are familiar with everybody on campus, and everybody here smiles. You could walk down the mall, and they're just happy to see you, and that's that small hometown feel that I really enjoy. I love the fact that I can just go with my professors after class and sit there and talk with them, and that's just something that I really find special about this school, and it's helped my academics substantially, having that connections. This is the place that I call home.
Anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455 Sports. Brought to you in part by Westbanco. By all accounts, better. Visit them today at westbanco.com. Marietta College, bring forth a pioneer. Visit marietta.edu. And by the law offices of David A. Sims. Contact them at mywvlawyer.com.
Are you looking for a family doctor but hate the idea of another overbooked office? At our practice, you get to see the same doctor at every visit, either online or at your home. You get exceptional medical care that's convenient for you. Call us today at Ascent Private Practice.
Hi, I'm Davian Sims. You remember me. My dad's a lawyer. He helps victims in medical malpractice.
Yes, and for 30 years, I've been helping victims of medical malpractice. Let my 30 years of experience help you with your medical malpractice case.
Let my dad help you.
Call 304 428 5291 to contact the law offices of David A. Sims.
At JW Potts Insurance, saving you money is the easy part of our job. Exceeding your expectations is why we wake up each day. Whether receiving touchdowns, kicking extra points and field goals, blasting someone on a tackle, or a pick six. No matter which team you root for, at JW Potts, you can be part of the winning team. Once a Big Red, always a Big Red.
Big Reds, does JW Potts Insurance have the best price and service?
Oh, oh, oh.
Marietta College is the perfect place for someone who has multiple goals or really big dreams. I knew that I wanted to be in the PA program. I have been given opportunities that really help you grow and help you build your resume. I was fortunate enough to get in. They had 1,500 applicants this year and chose 36. All of the students here are so driven, and that really inspires me.
Have you ever thought about how nice it would be to have your own private doctor? One that's available for you at any time? That's what we have to offer at Ascent Private Practice. No more waiting rooms, no random doctors. Call us. You won't be disappointed.
In the first 3 weeks here, with the home being set up and the Ohio store, you know, or at least are familiar with everybody on campus, and everybody here smiles. You could walk down the mall, and anybody, they're just happy to see you, and that's that small hometown feel that I really enjoy. I love the fact that I can just go with my professors after class and sit there and talk with them, and that's just something that I really find special about this school, and it's helped my academics substantially, having that connections. This is the place that I call home.
Anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455 Sports. Brought to you in part by Westbanco. By all accounts, better. Visit them today at westbanco.com. Marietta College, bring forth a pioneer. Visit marietta.edu. And by the law offices of David A. Sims. Contact them at mywvlawyer.com.
I think the clock froze up. Anybody scored yet? No. Hey, is that the coach I see coming through there, pants on? Yep. I told him practice. Hey, Dad's truck's right down there, bro. I just drove in and got out of abandoned.
Hi, I'm Davian Sims. You remember me. My dad's a lawyer. He helps victims of medical malpractice.
Yes, and for 30 years, I've been helping victims of medical malpractice. Let my 30 years of experience help you with your medical malpractice case.
Let my dad help you.
Call 304 428 5291 to contact the law offices of David A. Sims.
At JW Potts Insurance, saving you money is the easy part of our job. Exceeding your expectations is why we wake up each day. Whether receiving touchdowns, kicking extra points and field goals, blasting someone on a tackle, or pick six. No matter which team you root for, at JW Potts, you can be part of the winning team. Once a Big Red, always a Big Red.
Big Reds, does JW Potts Insurance have the best price and service?
Oh, oh, oh.
Marietta College is the perfect place for someone who has multiple goals or really big dreams. I knew that I wanted to be in the PA program. I have been given opportunities that really help you grow and help you build your resume. I was fortunate enough to get in. They had 1,500 applicants this year and chose 36. All of the students here are so driven, and that really inspires me.
Anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
Have you heard what happened to those with curious minds? They packed up, broke free of conventions. These prospectors of knowledge are blazing a new trail, joining the long line of those who sought adventure and prepared for anything. This is the time. This is the place. Bring forth a pioneer.
Welcome back to Stadium Field in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Halloween night. And Parkersburg Catholic is coming up with the tricks right now as they have the lead 46-20 over the Webster County Highlanders. I'm Ron Cook along with Carrie Patrick. Carrie, had a big offensive first half. A little bit of defense showed up here and there, but a lot of offense for both teams.
Yeah, I've keeping tabs on Jeb Boyce. He came in with 1,340 yards. He's rushed 16 times tonight for 120. He's rushed for 2, thrown for 2. We had the block punt by Xavier Colley, who returned it for a touchdown, which gave them their biggest lead at that point at 38-12. Midway into the second quarter, and Webster County, of course, got that late touchdown to put it back to respectability.
Yeah. And that was really a nice pass thrown by Caden Wright, hooked up with Dawson Tharp on a long touchdown pass to get at that time it was 38-12, and they got it back 38-20, and then Parkersburg Catholic came right back and put more points on the board before they went in at half. And as we mentioned, Parkersburg Catholic will get the ball to start the second half. You know, you just if you're Webster County, you know your defense isn't good. You've already given up in the first half your season average of 46 points on the night. 3 times this year they've had more than 60 scored on them, and you know they're playing with pride. They want to keep it under that. But you know, they just really haven't shown a whole lot. There's been, 2 times I think they've held Jeb Boyce for loss of yardage or no gain on the play, and the rest of that he's picked up, it seems like 8-10 yards or longer every time he gets his hands on the ball.
Yeah, as I mentioned there in the second quarter, you know, it's got to be frustrating. You know the ball's going to Boyce, you know, over and over. Either him or maybe Bruni once sprinkled in there, but yeah, it's coming to Boyce. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Yeah.
And I think it comes back to that line for Parkersburg Catholic. You're talking 4 seniors and a junior.
Yeah.
And the 4 seniors have played together since their sophomore year. So they're seasoned. They're getting ready for hopefully a playoff berth here.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week live from Stadium Field in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Glad to have you with us here tonight. Watching the game on 1455media.com.
Sometimes those raindrops are looking more like snow flurries. Every once in a while, you have to take a double take.
I know. I stepped out of the press box for about 5 seconds, and I came right back inside because that wind, it has not let up all night. It is just howling. It seems like it changes directions every 5 minutes. As you look at the field, it's blowing from your right to left at about 25 miles an hour.
And as you mentioned late in the second quarter there, Catholic, before their last touchdown, they knew they were getting the ball again to open the second half. So that's an advantage.
Adam Baca set to kick off. He'll have the wind to his back. I don't know what we're waiting for. Maybe for me to freeze to death? I don't know.
Yeah, they're having the situations with that ball on the tee again.
Oh, it's the cars. I told you.
You
there
did
are
have
cars sitting in the parking lot where people are too cold, so they go into their cars, and their headlights are on, shining on the field.
Well, that's one form of defense.
You told me, they're just down there at halftime.
Getting warm, yeah, but.
I thought I saw that near the end of the second half. Or first half.
That's Webster County's answer for a defense, you know, lights in the eyes.
Yeah.
And
that's one way to slow them down. So we've got one guy in a Cadillac Escalade that has not got the hint yet. If I had a 22, I could take care of that for him from here. Well, maybe not in this wind. I don't know. Maybe not.
You see this a lot at like baseball,
softball
games, where down back in center field, cars parked. But
and we got one. The Escalade finally got him turned off. We're waiting on one more car.
You weren't prepared for play-by-play for the parking lot, were you?
No, I wasn't. I say go with it. I mean, you know, it's brutal enough already. And Adam Baca is going to tee it up. We get ready to put the second half underway. He'll go deep with it. It's taken in by Boyce at the 20-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. He's wrapped up and brought down at the 33-yard line. Good job by the Highlanders coverage team. Tonight's live stream is produced by 1455 Media. 1455 is a full-service multimedia firm bringing big city production and small-town customer service to the Mid-Ohio Valley. Video works, and when it's produced by 1455 Media, it works even better. Go to 1455media.com to learn more. That's 1455media.com. First plays a handoff
to Boyce.
To Boyce for 3 yards up the middle. Second down and 7. And we finally got all the lights off in the parking lot.
I think that's your best play-by-play of the year so far.
You know what? You're probably right. Colley under center. Catholic in the stick eye. Bruni will get the handoff up the middle. Big hole to run through. He'll have a first down to the 45-yard line for the Crusaders. And Jalen Bruni, the senior fullback, has had a good night. Most of his yards coming right behind that center.
And that's something they didn't.
Garvin.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's something they didn't use a whole lot last year because they had Sturm and Boyce in the backfield with Colley, and with Bruni running the ball, that's a big advantage.
Yeah. Handoff goes to Boyce over the right side, trying to find some running room. He is stacked up for a short gain of maybe a yard on the play. Great job by the Highlander defense. Second down and 9.
Well, Catholic's going to, should they get that playoff berth, will get a week off. You know, to kind of
this
heal up a little bit.
Yeah, 10th game of the season. Handoff goes to Boyce. Doing a nice job. That was Cody Cutlip slicing in there and getting Boyce down low. After a 3-yard gain, it'll be third down and 6. It looked like he had some running room. Bruni out in front of him blocking. But Cutlip doing a good job slicing through there, wrapping him up and taking him down. Colley comes in from the sideline with the play. Third down and 6.
And that's Colley going wide left.
Boyce will take it out of the shotgun. Spread formation. And he'll run it to the right side and lowers his shoulder, breaks the tackle, and picks up the first down.
Did you see how he had 2 options for blocking? He just picks one and goes with it. Very nice.
Made good decision. Watch here on the replay. Just lowers his shoulder. And you can see they did a good job standing their blocks up, but they couldn't free from the blocks to bring Boyce down, make the tackle. Boyce gets to the 38-yard line and another first down for the Crusaders.
And Webster County can't score if they don't have the ball.
Colley pitches it out to Boyce over the left side, gets the corner, and he's wrapped up by Reese Nutter.
All Smitley has to do is kind of stand out there and just provide a shield. He didn't even block. He just kind of.
That's one thing the receivers got to be careful of, coming back on the inside on those crackback blocks. They're getting real picky about how you hit a guy like that. So, it's most important thing is just restrict the defender to getting to the outside, which is exactly what he did. Second down and 2. Bruni with the carry up the middle again. A lot of running room right up the middle to the 20-yard line. And Parkersburg Catholic is just grinding it out right now, taking it right down the field.
And I'll tell you what, I'm looking at those coaches for Parkersburg Catholic. They look so relaxed, like they know exactly what play to call on the next play.
I don't know how relaxed a couple of them can be.
They're cold.
Wearing shorts. Hello. Another first down and 10 situation for the Crusaders. And a good job by Cauley. The ball, he dropped the ball on the snap. It looked like the center left early. No call on the play. I guess since the ball was snapped, center. Let's see, Stephen Garvin right there. Yeah, Cauley picks it up. Caught it right there. But I guess it would have been anybody but the center snap the ball and leave early. They would have, or leave before it snapped, it would have been a motion penalty, but not when the center gets it to the quarterback. Plays underway. Gain of 1. Pitch goes to Boyce. And there is Reese Nutter. That's one thing that the Highlanders have done good tonight. Webster County has really, they're tough to get around the corners to the outside. And there you go. Reese Nutter doing a good job fighting off the block, bringing down the ball carrier. Loss of 5 on the play. 3rd down and 14 now for Parkersburg Catholic, and 4 down territory here, so don't need to pick it all up. Positive yards, 6-7 yards. Boyce back to pass, goes up the middle, and it is off the mark, thrown behind the receiver, going for Ethan Lang. And I think the wind came into effect on that one.
Looked like a zinger.
Watch on the replay here.
He's wearing gloves.
You can see that ball just, it kind of turned sideways. You can see it, the wind pushing it. Fourth down and 15. Boyce will be out of the shotgun. Got to get down to the 10-yard line for a first down. Goes up the sideline, has a receiver, hauls it in for the touchdown. That was Nick Strickler on the reception. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Beautifully thrown pass. Made up for it on that play.
Yeah, you watch on this, he just rears back and throws a line drive, and that's what you've got to do. You can't let the wind affect that. Yeah. The defensive back got turned around. James Williams didn't know where the ball was at. Strickler right there takes it into the end zone. 52-20, Parkersburg Catholic widens the gap. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. They are getting plenty of work practice tonight on their 2-point conversions. Handoff goes to Bruni up the middle. He is stacked up, rolls off the pile and into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. 54-20 is the score for the Crusaders. And here's that touchdown pass again. And you can just see Strickler doing a nice job taking it in. Williams got turned around, had no idea where the pass was or where the ball was. Jeb Boyce, I think that's just, is that his third touchdown pass tonight? He is doing it all. The game of the week is brought to you by Moran Construction. Moran Construction in Ramjack of West Virginia. Your local foundation repair experts. Give them a call at 740-444-4773 or visit ramjack.com. And you can see the rain starting to come down just a little bit harder, exactly what we needed on this night.
Yeah, that took over six minutes right off the bat.
Yeah.
And so that shortens the game for Catholic against Webster County's offense. You know, at this point, it may not be a factor. But it's still.
When we get into the fourth quarter,
we'll know.
The clock will be on a continuous run with that wide of a gap. I believe it's 30 points, isn't it?
Yes.
Squib kick is going to be taken in. I believe that's Carter Wayne. Yes, number 22 does a good job. That was scooting along the ground pretty hard, and Wayne takes it in at the 48 or 49-yard line.
It's like the 47.
Good call.
Yeah. We had refs lined up at every yard between the 45 and 50.
That rain is really coming in hard now. I'm glad we're in the press box where it's nice and dry. I mean, for a raindrop to hit you, it comes in at the goal line. You got to be at the opposite goal line before it's going to touch ground. Tharp gets the handoff on the misdirection over the right side, and nice positive yards. He gets it out to midfield, gain of 3.
How'd you like your chances if you had those 3 guys from Webster County in your backfield?
Oh, boy. That would, yeah. If you just, it's just, so you just wish they had a defense to play with it. If they had a good defense, they would be a threat in the single A playoffs, but the defense is just really not there. Caden Wright with the carry, and he is stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 2 yards. Good job by that big defensive line for Parkersburg Catholic. Wade Smitley leading the charge in there, along with Joel Stoffel.
He's sleeveless, so this cold doesn't bother him.
Well, the big guy's got a little insulation here, 335. Third down and 9. Run the option. Wright keeps it up over tackle. Gets it into Crusaders into the field to the 48-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and 5 situation for the Highlanders. Tell you what, these are some die-hard fans that are sitting out here in the bleachers tonight. You got to give them. They ought to get their money back as they leave the stadium for sitting out here in this weather. Right, low snap, takes it in. Set up the screen across the middle to Tharp. He's going to get it to the outside, has some blocking ahead of him, hits the sideline, and he is going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Webster County. Boy, that play was set up perfectly, that middle screen.
And you called that block downfield that just gave him the extra 20, 30 yards.
Well, that's a great job hustling downfield by Isaiah Mathis, who comes in, picks up the block, and springs Dawson Tharp down the sideline. 26 points on the board for Webster County. They will go for 2 here. Wright out of the shotgun, Nutter in motion. Wright looks, and the pass is knocked down. 2-point conversion is no good. 4:14 to go in the third quarter. Parkersburg Catholic with a lead 54-26 over the Webster County Highlanders. 1455 Sports is happy to announce our partnership with Marietta College Athletics. Tune in again in a few weeks on November 9th at 1:30 p.m. as the Pioneers will host Otterbein. Watch live or on demand, anytime, anywhere.
I'm just looking at that screenshot there, Ron, and we have to walk back to our vehicles, right?
Well, fortunately, I parked here in the stadium, so I don't have to walk that far. I don't know where you parked, but I've got about 100 yards to get to my car. But
okay.
I'm going to have to make 2 trips down to the truck carrying some of this equipment down. So I'll make up for it one way or the other. At least carrying all this equipment, it's heavy enough where it's, it'll.
I think it's walking out these doors is a chore in itself.
Yeah, just pushing it open. Got the wind blowing, I guess you can't hardly open it. Ball comes off the tee. And off the tee again. Caden Wright comes in and says, hey, let me put a finger on that ball. Adam Baca ready to kick off for Webster. Short kick. Hits at the 36-yard line, and it's taken in, brought back up the field.
That was
Parkersburg Catholic. Boyce with the turn to the 40-yard line. Be sure to tune in to 1455 Sports again tomorrow night. That's right, tomorrow night, November 1st, for another Moran Construction High School Football Game of the Week. We will have St. Mary's going to Flynn Field to take on the Ravenswood Red Devils. Kickoff is at 7:30, and as always, you can watch for free at 1455media.com/live or on YouTube. And that's tomorrow night at 7:30. Big playoff implications in that game for St. Mary's. Boyce with the carry up the middle, pops through the pile, gets to the outside, and takes it all the way down to the 27-yard line.
There didn't look like much open space down that left side, but
yeah, he kept
just
finding the
kept
gaps.
going.
Watch
Yeah.
on the replay right here. Look at the blocking all the way 10 yards upfield. You got Gardner and Bruni up there blocking for him. They're going to say he was out almost to the 26-yard line. Went out of bounds. Clock stops with 3:57 to go.
Good vision on Boyce.
Well, he does. He has some special abilities at running back. Field vision, being able to find that gap. Bruni with the carry up the middle, and the big fullback's going to take it down in the red zone. They're going to say he's down when the ball's popped out. Down to the 15-yard line. It'll be another first down for Parkersburg Catholic. Watch here on the replay.
It almost caught Webster County off guard, as if they weren't even ready for the snap.
Boy, that was close to being. I think that may have been a fumble. I don't think he was down yet. It was a good strip tackle right there by the Highlanders. The ball was recovered by Nick Strickler. It'll stay with the Crusaders. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line. And boy, the run blitz came right up the middle. Caden Wright came in, blew up the block, and took Boyce down in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Great play by Caden Wright.
I think he climbed over an offensive lineman to get him.
Well, he came in and he just blew up Bruni, which is hard to do. Bruni 6'2", 210. Caden Wright's 5'10", 203. Pretty even matchup there, but Wright won that battle. Took out Bruni and then got Boyce. 3-yard loss.
I want you to pick out Smitley in that picture. He's a good kid.
Play clock down to 4. And they just get the play off. Boyce out of the shotgun. We've got a hold on the play. The official hits Boyce with the flag. There was a hold right on the corner by the receiver. I believe that was Strickler, where Boyce was coming to get around the corner. And that'll bring the ball back. Instead of 3rd and 12, it's going to be 2nd down and 12. It's going to be 2nd down and 22. Spotted the foul.
I think Boyce knew that it was a hold since the flag was in his lap as he was running.
Moves the ball back to the 27-yard line. You can see right here, watch when they get to the hold already occurred by then. It was right there. Nick Strickler was holding James Williams. That's what gave Jeb Boyce the corner there. Boyce will go out of the shotgun. Back to pass under pressure, and he is going to go down. Sack at the 31-yard line, and a good job by Webster County putting the heat on Jeb Boyce. He could not get the ball off. First one in was Connor Bell.
Hey, he took a couple looks, but by the time he tuck and ran, he was in trouble.
And Bell didn't get the sack on that play, but give him the credit because him getting in there and disrupting Boyce, where Boyce couldn't get rid of the ball, then he had to scramble to find some running room, and the rest of the defensive line was there to meet him. So good job. A couple of nice plays here by Webster County as they have stiffened their defense up. 3rd down and a long way to go. They've got to get all the way down to the 6-yard line.
We're going to have a Catholic timeout here.
Parkersburg Catholic with a timeout on 3rd and 26. So we see what Coach Benninger wants to come up with here. He's got 2 plays to pick up the 26 yards. So we'll see what they come up with on this 3rd down play. Dr. Dexter from the Marietta Health and Wellness Center would like to wish his son Clay and the rest of the Crusaders good luck tonight Marietta Health and Wellness is the chiropractic specialist for the Marietta Pioneers. They provide chiropractic care as well as physical and massage therapies to the Marietta College community, with a convenient location half a block from campus and same-day appointments available. Marietta Health and Wellness has your back. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. So it's a big lead, but it's not a 30-point lead.
No, it doesn't give us the running clock.
Yes.
They just lost that.
So if Parkersburg Catholic puts it into the end zone here, that'll give us the lead you need to have the running clock. Boyce out of the shotgun, rolls to his right and dumps it to Bruni, who just went across the line of scrimmage down to the 20-yard line. So didn't need to pick it all up, but a nice positive gain on the play, close to 15 yards on that pickup.
Has an interesting design on that play with Bruni lined up outside.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to block for the run.
Well, maybe not lined up, but yeah, he was.
And then he just turns around, finds the gap.
No one picked him up.
So it's going to be fourth down.
More manageable.
Yeah, in about 12 yards. They need to get it to the 6-yard line for a first down. Collier and Bruni, or Colley and Bruni in the backfield. Lofts it up the sideline, and boy, it's a catch by Boyce. He gets really hit hard by Dawson Tharp, but he holds on to the ball, and that's a touchdown for the Parkersburg Catholic Crusaders.
Jeb really took a hit, and he is down. That was a heck of a shot.
Dawson Tharp is going to lay the wood on you. There ain't no way around that. He's not very big, but he can hit you.
That just looks like it hurts.
And it's a clean hit.
It
he
is.
goes with his forearm and shoulder, and there's no helmet-to-helmet contact. But, man, that's a big hit. Boyce is up, walking off the field under his own power. That's good to see. 60-26 is the score. So Dawson Tharp earlier had a hit like that on Ethan Lang. He was called for the personal foul penalty. This was a clean hit. I mean, it was a bang-bang play. He got there right when the ball did. And give Boyce a ton of credit. He was able to hang on to the ball.
He probably, out of the corner of his eye, had to have seen him coming.
And Bruni cannot get into the end zone. And that's an unsuccessful two-point try. Score is 60-26. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead over Webster County. Tim Nolan of Nolan Services would like you to meet his superhero and grandson, Decker. He is a 2-year-old boy who's bravely battling hypoplastic right heart syndrome, which means he was born with half a heart. He just got home from the hospital from his 4th open heart surgery. He is supported and loved by his dad, Zach Nolan, who is an assistant coach for the Big Reds, his mom, Brittany, and the greatest big brother in the world, Benny. Log on to Facebook and search Team Decker to support our favorite superhero. Now, I've got to apologize because I've been trying to put Xavier Colley's name together all night. I'm trying to put Collier on there. And, you know, my son's played basketball with some of the older Colley boys. I've known them for years. And I cannot get Xavier and Colley separate. I want to combine them.
Yeah, like I mentioned, Xavier, I've seen him when he was a freshman, and, you know, Lance wasn't hesitant about putting him in at starting quarterback that season. They did go 0-8, but through those losses, they learned a lot.
Yeah.
Last year they go to the playoffs, and they're hoping for 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you get it, you're going to have a learning curve when you go in as a freshman. There's not very many kids that are going as a freshman that are going to be, you know, top of the heap. Bruni's kick, hard line drive. It's on the ground and finally taken in and recovered at the 40-yard line. The Highlanders will start from there on this possession. The stations of Seven Ranges Radio have you covered this high school football season. Tomorrow, November 1st, Light Rock 93R has St. Mary's at Ravenswood. V96.9 has Parkersburg South at Wheeling Park. and 92.3 WXCR will be covering the Tyler Consolidated at Valley. Coverage starts on all stations at 6 o'clock with Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Eric Little. Direct snap to Caden Wright, right up the middle. Apologize if you heard any of that colorful language. There are some fans, I think the cold weather has gotten to them. Second down and 7 for the Highlanders.
Yeah, it's gotten awfully quiet in this stadium. A lot of the cheerleaders have tucked
Well,
it away, and
you can't talk. Your lips are frozen.
as you were telling me before. Yeah.
Wind down, maybe the last play of the third quarter. Misdirection handoff to Tharp. He's wrapped up in the backfield by Colley.
Colley really stayed on
brought
that
down,
play.
Loss on the play.
Stayed home.
That's the end of the third quarter. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead, 60-26 over Webster County. You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455media.com.
Anytime, any place, any weather. Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction. What about your foundation? Ramjack, a division of Moran Construction.
You're watching the Moran Construction Game of the Week on 1455 Sports. Brought to you in part by Westbanco. By all accounts, better. Visit them today at westbanco.com. Marietta College, bring forth a pioneer. Visit marietta.edu. And by the law offices of David A. Sims. Contact them at mywvlawyer.com.
Welcome back to Stadium Field on Halloween night in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Parkersburg Catholic with the big lead, 60-26 over Webster County. Kerry Patrick, along with me, Ron Cook. I guess I should have done it the other way. Ron Cook along with Kerry Patrick.
No, you're fine. You're top billing, bud.
Pitch goes to Nutter over the right side. Gets the corner, up the sideline. One to beat. Stutter step, and up the sideline he goes. Boy, he gave a little stutter step, and Clayton Dexter bit on it, and there's another long run for Reese Nutter. Boy, he is.
I don't know if there's
speed.
a hold right here coming up. We can do the title sponsor promo. Right there, right before.
You know, if it was 14-14, that
they
might
have called
hold,
it,
but
right,
when it's
let
60,
them run.
Well, it's 60-32 now. Yeah, Reese Nutter.
Those refs don't want to stand in the same place.
Yeah, Nutter has had a big game tonight.
I'm impressed.
Caden Wright out of the shotgun. So Webster County goes for 2. It's going to be a double pitch and a pass. And the ball, nice defense. The ball is broken up. Play is broken up. I couldn't see which number for Parkersburg Catholic it was. Braden Ayers, number 20. Nice job coming over, getting some playing time and knocking that pass down.
And that would have enforced the rolling clock. It was a quick rolling clock.
60-32 is our score. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead. This game of the week is brought to you by Moran Construction. Moran Construction in Ramjack of West Virginia. Your local foundation repair experts. Give them a call at 740-444-4773 or visit ramjack.com. So the clock will stop after it's a 28-point lead now. We entered the fourth quarter with a larger margin than 30.
Right.
But when it comes underneath 30, does the clock stop now?
Yes.
I know it stops after a touchdown. They can't leave it run while we're getting set up for the kickoff. But yeah, since we're under 28 again. So that didn't last very long.
Yeah, nobody deep for Parkersburg Catholic. I mean, they're no further than the 30-yard line.
Baca is going to kick it deep, and Boyce runs over, picks it up at the 25-yard line. Now he's just looking for some blocking. Not there. He's taken out at the 27-yard line. Good coverage by the Highlanders. It's good to see Jeb Boyce bounce up after that hard hit. He took a little bit of time on the ground after that, as did Ethan Lang when they took their shots from Dawson Tharp. But both of them able to get back into the game, keep it going. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Colley will hand it off. Wright was on the blitz again. Boyce got around him. He's going to pick up 4 yards. Caden Wright again was coming on that run blitz.
I think he got a piece of both Colley and Boyce on this play.
Yeah, he was in the one gap, and Colley went to the other side, or in the A gap. And then finally brought down by Dawson Tharp. Gain of 4, second down and 6.
Hey, Wright plays that middle linebacker, and he's having to patrol a lot of ground out there.
Colley under center. He'll hand it off to Bruni, and Bruni has Wright on his back, and he'll carry him for 5 yards, 1 yard short of a first down. Caden Wright was coming in on that run blitz again. He got Bruni at the line of scrimmage, and Bruni said, "Come on, let's take about a 5-yard trip down the field."
Looked like a sled, didn't he?
Big old workhorse dragging the wagon down the field. Third down and 1 for Parkersburg Catholic.
Well, Caden Wright was really cheating.
Yeah.
He was hovering over the center snap.
Yeah, I think they should have gone with this all night with the run blitz, coming in with a couple of linebackers shooting those gaps. And do anything. I mean, you got nothing to lose. Again, there's Wright, comes in. He'll trip up Bruni, but not until after Bruni picks up 1.5 yards, which was a half a yard more than he needed for a first down. You can see Webster County's doing a good job. They're going aggressive on offense. They're filling those gaps. And there's somebody coming free, and it's been Wright on about the last 4 plays coming free into the backfield.
And meanwhile, Catholics are really milking that play clock. It's already down to 15, and Colley just now getting back to the huddle from the sidelines.
So we near the 10-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Parkersburg Catholic's been pretty consistent, staying probably 75% in that I formation. Boyce, no running room up the middle, tried to pop to the outside, and he has brought down Connor Bell. He's had a good game tonight, the sophomore defensive linebacker.
He led the team with 3 fumble recoveries coming into this game.
And you can see him right there tripping him up and taking him down. Second down, loss of 5 on the play, second down and 15. Now they'll go to their second formation, which is going to be Jeb Boyce out of the shotgun. And they've done some damage out of this play, this lineup tonight. Flips it out to the flat, to Strickler. Strickler up the sideline, and he is going to be close to a first down. We've got a flag thrown right at the end of the play. Looked like Dawson Tharp is going to get hit with his second personal foul penalty. As Strickler got it to the 49-yard line, which is a yard more than he needed for a first down. Let's get the call from the official. So that'll be 15 yards
in addition,
added on to the first down throw from Boyce to Strickler. They have hooked up for a touchdown tonight. The ball's going to go all the way down to the 36-yard line. You know, I mentioned earlier, big game we got coming up tomorrow night for St. Mary's. St. Mary's has 2 losses on the season. They come to the number 3 and 4 teams in the state, Williamstown and Ritchie County. So they're going to Ravenswood tomorrow night. Boyce with a handoff over the right side. He's going to pick up 7 on that first down carry. But, yes, St. Mary's really wanting to come away with a win, getting that top 8, get a home playoff game in St. Mary's. And they're going up against a very physical team in Ravenswood. We had them earlier this season. They played Ritchie County. They played a good game, but eventually lost to the Rebels. The Rebels have a good football team this year. Bruni with the carry over the left side. Short gain on the play. Not enough for a first down. It'll bring up third down and short for the Crusaders.
Yeah, you mentioned St. Mary's. I didn't come to this area till early 2000s, and almost immediately I understood the passion of football in St. Mary's.
Yes.
And now that they're in the new facility, it still grows.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a really nice facility there just outside city limits of St. Mary's. I don't know, maybe since they built the high school there, they moved the city limits to include that. Third down and 2. Pitch is going to go to Boyce over the left side. Still on his feet, up the sideline. Makes a cut back into the middle, down close to the 10-yard line, and another first down for Parkersburg Catholic.
How many times have we seen that cutback tonight?
Yeah.
He loves that move.
Yeah, now Boyce does not have the speed to compare with Tharp and Nutter, but he has quickness, and you can see it right here on this play. The cutbacks to the inside, making people miss. That was Tharp that he made miss coming back. Colley takes the snap, hands it to Bruni. Bruni lowers his head and gets inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9 yards for the senior fullback.
Catholic so deliberate on this possession, especially, knowing that one more score, you get the running clock, you're in great position here in the middle of the fourth, late fourth.
And they are working on the clock right now. Bruni gets the handoff. Caden Wright on that run blitz again and wraps him up, gets some help, brings Bruni down. It's going to be third and about 1.5 yards they need for a first down.
I won't mention that the left tackle did move early, but like you said, I think at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like he was resetting his foot, probably because he can't feel his feet. Because not only is it cold and the wind's blowing, but it's wet too. I can't imagine how the players are feeling right now. I don't think it's raining at this time, but the surface is wet and they're already wet from getting rained on earlier in the game. Handoff up the middle, lowers his head, and Bruni, I believe, was that Bruni or Boyce? I believe it was Bruni. Yeah, Jalen Bruni into the end zone, touchdown Parkersburg Catholic. 66-32, 5:42 to go in the ball game. Well, and you can see Bruni and Boyce were right there together. I couldn't tell which one got the ball. Bruni got it, and then Boyce helps him into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Crusaders will go for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, we're going to try an extra point.
Huh. They got me, didn't they?
Should be Lang.
Kick is up and good. I believe it was Clayton Dexter.
Or Clay Dexter,
7,
yes.
With the kick. So that makes it 67-32, 5:42 to go in the ball game. Parkersburg Catholic over Webster County. You always score big with a loan from West Banco Bank. Personal or business, we have loans for every possible need. Auto loan, touchdown. Personal loan, touchdown. Home equity loan. Touchdown. So for that big win, stop by one of our Parkersburg locations or Marietta location today. West Banco wishes the area football teams good luck this season. Go teams. West Banco Bank Incorporated is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
I'll have to admit, you guys up here in the press box have so much fun with these broadcasts.
Yeah.
I got to admit. That's 27 extra points kicked by Dexter this year. That's a good plus to have in case it comes down to a kicking game at some point.
And I don't know if the wind was the reason why they hadn't sent him out. He did a good job on that one, had the wind behind him.
Or excuse me, that's 28. 27 coming into the game.
Bruni with the kick is going to hit Tharp, rolls between his legs. Tharp picks it up at the 20. Looking for some blocking up ahead, goes all the way across field, trying to find the sideline, and is finally squeezed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 5:10 to go. We've got a 35-point lead.
You think we'll get this many points tomorrow night?
No. No,
Jody and I haven't met the new Ravenswood coach since Mick stepped.
Well, we had St. Mary's and Ritchie County on second game of the third game of the season, and when St. Mary's was forced into a passing situation, and their passing game was a little bit shaky. And they're one of those teams they want to pass. They don't want it dictated to them when they want to pass. In the same way with Ravenswood, and we had them playing Ritchie County. There's Nutter getting the carry, and there he goes up the sideline again, picks up a block, and it's a race to the end zone.
67-yarder.
And Reese Nutter with another long touchdown run. He's got to be in there a couple of 100 yards tonight.
Like I said, I didn't want to cut down any trees figuring out these stats.
Yeah, you have been busy with that pen tonight trying to keep up with it. And you can see just a sweep over the right side, had blocking out in front, and good hustle right there, getting upfield and getting the blocking up on the defensive back, and just enough to shove him out of the way to give Nutter the room that he needed. And that, again, was Connor Bell. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 217, and that kid has played all night, played hard all night. 67-38, Webster County goes for two. And we've got a flag on the play, motion. So Webster has exceeded their yearly offensive average output. 33, they're 38 now. I think the head official has had enough of this one. He doesn't look real excited.
He's
to be
almost
out
hoping,
there.
like, don't you guys make any more mistakes. Let's have a clean game.
So 7 yards out for the 2-point conversion. Caden Wright out of the shotgun. It's going to be the handoff, pitch, and pass. And Nutter was trying to go to right, threw it behind him, and I'm sure the wind.
Or his hands might have just been frozen.
Yeah.
They are that cold. Yeah.
2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Score stays 67-38. Parkersburg Catholic with the lead as we watch the replay right there. Yeah, he just really didn't have a very good grip on it, and pass was behind. Nutter's pass was behind right. 4:35 to go in the ball game. With the holidays approaching, give the gift of memories. Marietta Media Transfer can help you access these precious memories from old media formats, preserve them to digital. Then you can send them to friends and family or share on Facebook and YouTube. Our holiday special is running through the end of the year, and it's 40% off. Call 304-488-4633 or check out MariettaMediaTransfer.com for more information. You can see the crowd has dwindled. There's not many here. And
that is the understatement of the year, I think. Ask if they'll bring your car over. Oh, wait, you're parked close.
Well, I know at halftime, Scott McKittrick the press box guru, went down to get some hot chocolate at halftime. By the time he got up here, it was just plain old chocolate.
Chocolate milk.
The hot had left. So that wind is driving. It has not let up all night. I mean, it just seems like it's gotten worse as the game's gone on.
Well, I'm thinking of my folks. They're going through 3 inches of snow out in the Midwest, so I guess I don't have it too bad out here.
Yeah. Yeah, no snow yet.
Key word.
It'll be here sooner or later, but not now. It's too early. We'll wait till November, tomorrow. Collie gets to play. Collie gets to play in from the sideline. Clock is running. 3:50 to go in the ball game. Collie caused timeout as the play clock went down to zeros.
Can't take them with you.
Yeah. Be sure to tune in to 1455 Sports again tomorrow night for another Moran Construction High School Game of the Week. So we're hitting you up. Your cup is overflowing as we get you on Thursday night with the Halloween game as we have here tonight. And tomorrow night, St. Mary's against Ravenswood. And as we mentioned, a big game for St. Mary's as they are making their playoff run. Kickoff will start at 7:30 tomorrow night. And as always, you can watch for free at 1455media.com/live, or you can go to YouTube and watch the game.
I won't tell you what they served you up in the press box for their final home game at Ravenswood, do you? Steak.
No. I've never been there for the final game. But that's a hatchet game. They play against
home or away?
I think it's in Ripley.
Ripley, okay.
That's our final game of the season.
I'll have the fireplace going that night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After the timeout, Collie in with the play. Clock is running. Handoff goes to Bruni. Bruni tripped up after a nice gain. That was Nutter in on the tackle.
He gets a little burst of energy going through that once he hits that line.
Yes, he does. He is quick to the line, and then when he sees contact, he is not shy away from it. He just lowers the helmet and goes for it.
Yeah, we've seen him carry 4 or 5 guys at a time several times tonight.
Got a freshman, Evan Cowan, into the game, number 12 for Parkersburg Catholic. Crusaders getting in some of the young kids, getting some playing time tonight. Pitch goes the outside to Boyce. Turns the corner, has the first down. We've got a flag thrown in. Boyce gets to midfield, but I think that one may be coming back.
Yeah, we can see the yardage marker guy, gentleman, coming back the other way.
Chop block.
Oh, boy.
So that's going to be a big penalty against the Crusaders.
Only remaining spot would be the end station to be run the second time.
Say is that a 10-yard penalty? Yes, 10-yard penalty.
Well, from the spot of the foul, it'd be a 15 chop block.
I'm glad you caught that one because
that's what I'm here for.
Got past me.
I'll help you once in a while.
Second down and 12. Handoff goes to Bruni. Bruni with a lot of running room, gets into the secondary across midfield, and finally taken down at the 45-yard line of Webster County. And that was Zach Ratliff coming in making the tackle for Webster County.
Boy. A lot of open space there.
Stiff arm, and finally, good job by Ratliff hanging on because he had that big hand right in his face, and he was able to hold on and bring him down because there wasn't too many white jerseys left beyond him. 1:40 to go in the ball game. Clock continues to roll. This is the 4th game out of 10 this year that Webster has given up over 60 points.
This is the kind of score they were probably beating opponents in basketball last year.
Yeah, you're probably right. No, Colley takes a knee. He'll have to do that a couple more times, and the ball game will be over.
Just want to send out my best wishes to Lance Binniger. He's getting married on Saturday.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing they've got their season in now, and
right. Well,
so if you've got the playoffs, you may have to cut the honeymoon short a little bit.
Well, we had a soccer game postponed tonight, so they couldn't move this game to Saturday because of his wedding. So we had to get her in.
Colley takes a knee, and that's final play of the ball game. Parkersburg Catholic will not have to snap the ball again. So the Crusaders do what they needed to do. They come up with a win. They end the season 6-4, and now they're just got to sit back and wait. They came into the season to this game ranked number 17. They're going to have to rely on some teams ahead of them losing and moving up in points, getting into the playoffs. But a good, successful season. Nice final regular season game by Boyce and Bruni, the 2 seniors in the backfield. And Parkersburg Catholic comes away with the win 67-38 over the Webster County Highlanders. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be in Ravenswood for the matchup between St. Mary's and Ravenswood.